Hello everyone, welcome to another Ukulele Live Jam with me, Matt Stead. I hope you're all keeping well and warm wherever you are. It's gone ever so cold here in the UK. But it's not raining, so woohoo! Small mercies and all that. So I hope you're all doing well. Indrani is ahoo! Howling at the full moon. Love it. Fantastic. Let me know how you all are. Still time to get your sheets if you want them. They're always free. Big thank you to, there's the lady herself. Big thank you to Barbara for coming in and helping out. Barbara's going to join the team and help out with the sheets in the future. So much appreciated. And thanks Karen, Esther and Indrani for all your help as always as well. So yeah, super excited. We're going to do some lovely songs this week and next and for the foreseeable future. Aloha! Oh, go on, Sheila. Tell us how warm it is. It's nice. I can live vicariously through you. There's nothing wrong with that. Hiya, Tim. Really good to see you, mate. I hope you had a brilliant Christmas and a happy New Year. I hope you're doing well out there. So, hi, Pam. I bet it's cold up in Yorkshire, eh? -2 in Germany where Indrani is. My goodness. But as I say, I don't mind this temperature as long as it's kind of cold and crisp and we've got a bit of sunshine. I think it's really nice. So I'd much prefer that to it being miserable and grey. So that's, it could be worse. And we had a little bit of snow as well, which is nice. So, glad to hear you say, Phil. It's, goodness me. What awful time everyone's having out in Los Angeles with the fires. It's just absolutely awful, isn't it? So I hope you're all doing well. Tonight we're going to do songs by Coldplay. And I had a couple of reactions to this, which is fair enough. A lot of people hate Coldplay for some reason, but I kind of like them. And I think the music is accessible, but also interesting enough to keep it cool. So we could do some Coldplay songs. But as with always, even if you don't love the band, there's going to be loads of cool stuff to learn. I'm going to teach you about playing by ear, doing some soloing, and all sorts of fun stuff. And one of the things that I love to with the songs tonight is they're really simple chords, so that means you can really get into your soloing and messing about with kind of dynamics, which we're going to look at, which is going to be really exciting. I bet it's cold out there, Karen. Oh my goodness, I bet it is. Fantastic. Hi Rebecca, I hope you're doing well out there in Colorado. So a couple of things to tell you about. I've been promising it for weeks and it's nearly here. I'm so sorry it's taken so long, but next Beatles uke lesson is on the way for those that have signed up to the course. All gold members get this course at no extra cost with their subscription, and there will always be new courses in the future. And I'm working on a really intricate arrangement of Yesterday. It's been an absolute delight to work on. Such a beautiful melody, such interesting chords. So that should be up this week, which I'm really excited about. We've got a new play along as well. It's all been recorded. I'm just editing it now. And we're going to do From the Morning by Nick Drake, which is a really beautiful tune with very simple chords. They sound sophisticated because they're suspended chords and there's an add chord, but actually they're really easy to play and I'll show you how to do it. It sounds really glorious. And then finally next week we've got our next live lesson, and we're going to be doing old time fiddle tunes again because the last one went so well where we had a look at the Blackest Crow. So this time we're going to have a look at a beautiful song called Red Haired Boy. Now this could be played lots of different ways. It's a very fast fiddle tune, and one of the ways you can play it's like a million notes a mile, but I've done a very simple and accessible version, but it is a really cool chord melody, so hopefully you'll enjoy that for sure. So yeah, cool. Coldplay is a favourite of my former neighbours in Massachusetts. That's so cool, Benjamin. I've got a great Coldplay story. You might have even heard this before, Benjamin, but my auntie Wendy, who lives in Devon, has actually wiped Chris Martin's bottom because she used to babysit him when he lived in a little tiny village in Devon called Shillingford St George. So that's my claim to fame. My auntie's changed his nappy. Hasten to add, he was a small child then, not as an adult. That would be a little bit scary, wouldn't it? Okay, so let's have a look at our sheets. You all know how it works now, I'm sure. If you haven't, I'll just explain ever so quickly. So rather than having the chords written next to lyrics, we break things down into chord boxes, and each of those lasts a certain number of beats depending on the time signature. So we're going to do these mostly in 4/4. In fact, I think they might all be 4/4. I'll have a look at it in a moment. So you would just count to 4 on every one of these boxes. So for instance, in the intro to Yellow, you would have 2 measures of G, so count to 4 twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then D. And so on and so forth. See? I was counting a bit slow, wasn't I then? It should have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So really, really dead simple. And a lot of the chords are really simple in this one, which is really, really, really cool. In fact, why don't we start as we mean to? Hi, Chris. I bet it's cold up there in the islands, isn't it? Off Scotland. Hope you've got the fire on and you're nice and toasty. So let's have a look then. If we have a look at the intro, we're going to do a really simple strum pattern on this one. And the brilliant thing about it is it works for almost every one of the songs that we're going to do tonight. Coldplay tend to do very similar strum patterns on everything pretty much. So you'll see how this works really well on all of the songs. Basically, we start with a simple down strum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can think of that as walk, 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 because you know I like to think phonetically. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the last walk into a running, a down up. Walk, 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 running, walk, 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 running, walk, 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 running, walk, 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 running. Okay, that's down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. Really simple. So if I was to put that into this intro and we're counted to 4 on each of those boxes, they'll look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then back to G. Really, really simple. Now, this one's really cool because the verses does exactly the same thing. Only instead of going to a C major, it comes out as a C major 7. We've got the 4 chord being played as a C major 7. Oh, I know, such a sad story, isn't it, Nick Drake, Joe? But beautiful, beautiful songs he left behind, didn't he? Absolutely gorgeous. So let's have a look at that then. So we've got the 1 chord, which always sets us off on a journey. We know that. That's the G major. Then the D chord that comes up next, we call that the 5 chord, and that's all about creating tension. By 5, we literally just mean we count up G, A, B, C, D. And in any key, that 5 chord creates tension. Makes us want to go back to the 1 chord. But rather than going straight back to the 1 chord, we go via the 4 chord, G, A, B, C. And that's, at its most simply, that's what's happening for most of this song. So in the verses, to add a slight melancholy mystical sound, when we play the C, we're not going to play it here as a C major 7. We're going to play it here, this where it'd be a normal C major, sorry. We're going to play it here as a C major 7. Okay. Now a C major 7, it just is a C chord, which is made up of a C, E and G note. But we also add the 7th note in the key of C, which is B. Normally we just have another C, don't we? 2 Cs. But adding that B gives it a slight almost like a hint of melancholy, a slight sort of mystical sound, which is really, really nice, but really simple to do. Notice that I'm using my second finger as well, and that's important because when we come out of that C major 7, then I can really comfortably go into the G chord that follows it. See, after that we've got a G sus4 right at the end. Now that's optional. You can play a G major for two measures, and that would be absolutely fine. But if you want to play it as Coldplay play it, they add a suspended 4th chord. That just means we take the 3rd note in the key of G, because it's a G chord, G, A, B, which is this note here, and we turn it into a 4th, just means we play a C rather than that B. So in a normal G chord, the B would be here. So a suspended 4th, we just put a little finger down on the 3rd fret of the A string like that. So G, G sus4. That simple. So if I do one of those verses, just so you can get an idea of how that works, it will sound a little something like this. Let me just get my lyrics up. There we go. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And everything you do. And they were all yellow. Here's the G sus4. Then we go again. I came along, I wrote a song for you, and all the things you do, and it was called Yellow. Add that sus4. And then we would actually, it says ×2, but that's some of the verses it's ×2, but in the first verse we're actually going to play it 3 times. All right, so the whole of that progression 3 times. Hi Harry, how you doing? Hope you're keeping well out there. Better late than never. That's what I say. So then we go to the chorus. Now, loads of you that have done this before know I'm always banging on about the same old stuff, hopefully in a positive way, because it means it reinforces it. We call it circular learning if you're into the kind of posh way of saying it. That just means we do things again and again and then they settle in. One of the things that I always talk about is when we go to a chorus or a bridge or a new part, we tend to use one of 2 chords. It could be any chord, but the 2 most popular are the 4 chord, because in any key, that 4 chord is all about creating a sense of change. Or we go to the relative minor, which is based on the 6 chord. And here, look what happens. We go to the chorus, it starts with the 4 chord. And that's just to create a sense of change from the verse, a really common thing to do. The reason that's useful to know is if you're playing by ear, sometimes you can guess what the chord is going to be in the chorus, which is really, really helpful for working it out. So here we go. We're going to do this C major 7 here, just like we did in the verse. Your skin. Then we go to an E minor 7. Now, it's not an E minor like this. It's actually easier to play, I think. You keep your second finger down on that C major 7. And then you just add this finger up here, this D note up here. There's only 1 note difference between C major 7 and E minor 7. That's why they go together so beautifully. So you've got the 4 chords for 4, and then we play that E minor 7 just for half a measure, and then half a measure of D to add the tension. Okay, so we've got change, melancholy minor, tension of 5 wanting us to go back and do it all over again. Really sweet, isn't it? And we play that 3 times. Don't worry, Karen, you haven't missed much. We haven't done the first song yet, just showing the chords. You'll pick this one up dead easy, I'm sure. So that will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor 7 and D. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor 7 play C major 7 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit it one last time on the first beat of the last measure and just let it hang. That's what we call an NC, or a no chord. It just means a stop, basically. You just stop for that measure, hit the first beat, let it hang for a little bit, and then we go into the next verse or chorus, whatever we're playing. Really common thing. Coldplay use that device on a few of the songs we're going to do tonight. Kind of builds a little bit of tension, which is really nice. Now that's most of the song, pretty much. There's not a lot going on with this one to keep it to make it complicated. Just notice that the outro, which is where they start singing, "It's true, look how they shine for you." It's basically a verse, look. G, D, C major 7, G, 1, 5, 4, 1. But the only difference is we've got an extra 5, 4, a D and a C at the end. That's the only difference. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'll just play it quick just so you can see how it works. It's true, look how they shine for you. 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 Look how they shine. Then the outro. Look at the stars, or the ending as I've called it. Look how they shine for you, and all the things you do. And notice I'm only playing a single down strum for that last bit because I think it sounds really nice to just end it on. So the ending, G major, bog standard. Then we go to a D minor 7. That's the 5 chord, but played as a minor 7. It's normally a D7 or a D. That minor 7 gives it a really beautiful lift at the end. And then we finish on that nice 4 chord. Now the temptation then is to go back to 1 and end it like that. But actually keep it hanging on that C major 7th chord. I love it when songs hang on an unresolved chord at the end. It kind of means that the audience doesn't know when to clap if you've got an audience, but I think it sounds really cool. Oh, well done, Harry. I sent over some sheets to Donna today, just so you know, some sheets for the songbook. So see if she might have already passed on that email. Okay, so there's one more thing we can do for this one, as we do with all our songs, if you would like to, and that's you're more than welcome to take a little solo on the instrumental parts. And for this one, we're going to use the G major pentatonic and E minor pentatonic because we're in the key of G. Okay, so this one is where we're going to start the G major. We go way up on the C string to the 7th fret. Then we go to the 9th fret for an A. Back here for a C, that's the 7th fret. Okay, up here, going way up to 10. Back here for an E. And then finally another G up here. Okay, so we've got 7, 9, 7, 10, 7, 10. You can also combine that for the E minor pentatonic, which is its relative minor. That's the 4th fret of the C string. Up now to the 7. And then 5, 7, your dots. And 5, 7. It's all the same notes. Yep, you got it, Indrani. It's all the same notes that E minor pentatonic is the G major. They just start from a different place. So the G major, it starts from G, and E minor starts from E. And the brilliant thing about that is you could just keep it really, really simple. One of the things that I love to do on Coldplay songs, which the guitarist does a lot, is sometimes literally just play 2 notes. And you might think I've gone a bit mad. Let's see if I can do a backing track and I'll show you what I mean. So a lot of Coldplay's solos are literally just 2 notes. This is hang on, let me just put this on here. Yeah, let's put on a backing track. Two notes. That's what a lot of Coldplay solos are. The solo to Fix You goes. That's just two different notes. But of course it's played on guitar with heavy sustain and reverb and stuff. So it doesn't sound very exciting when we play it on the ukulele. So you might want to kind of mess about with some kind of... have a muck about putting those scales together. And remember my tip, if you've never soloed before, let me just stop this. Remember my tip if you've never soloed before, just think of the words and match rhythm to that to put some rhythm into it. You don't have to match the notes, but you know how it goes. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you. You could use that rhythm. That's matching that rhythm. So a really nice way to kind of introduce the solo to this piece. Let's bring the chords back on and we'll give it a go. Fantastic. Yeah, not long now, Lisa, not long. We're counting down. We're just putting the songbook together. I've sent all the worksheets over, so you'll be getting those soon. It's all really, really exciting. Okay, so let's have a look. Format, we've got 3 verses and then a chorus. Then we're going to do an interlude, and that's just the same chords as the intro, which we did earlier. Then we've got 2 verses and a chorus. Another one of those interludes. You can take a solo on that if you want. And then the outro, which is this part down here. And then finally the ending, which is this part. Let's give it a go. Such a cool, fun, simple song. Hopefully you'll get it. If you get stuck, just give us a shout and have loads and loads of fun. Here we go then. So let's do an intro to get us going. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. D. Take a solo if you want on this bit. C. And back. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. 1 second. I forgot to put my lyrics up on my iPad. I don't actually know this one off by heart. I should do because it's really simple, isn't it? But sorry. Okay, let's do that again. 1, that was a practice run. 1, 2, 3, 4. G. D. C. Back to G. Here's our first verse. Look at the stars, look how they shine for you, and everything you do, and they were all yellow. Another one. I came along, I wrote a song for you, and all the things you do, and it was called Yellow. So then I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. And it was all yellow. Here comes our they shine for you, and all the things you do. Yeah, well done everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Really simple but beautiful chords in that. I love that D-7 at the end. Feels like it asks a question, which is really nice, doesn't it? Which is beautiful. Really, really gorgeous lyrics. There's something interesting happening there at the end as well, because that D-7 almost replicates what happens in jazz music, where you have D-7, G7 and C major 7 to finish. So it's kind of almost suggesting that C major 7 is the one chord. It's not. We're in the key of G on this one. But it's an interesting thing to happen at the end there. 47 days to the cruise. Oh my goodness. Cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, really nice, guys. Really fun, that one. And hopefully, did anyone have a crack at the solo? It'd be really nice to hear how you got on with that one. So that one was one of their earliest singles, that one. That was from their 2000 album, Parachutes, their debut album. And it was the second single, and it reached the top 5 in the UK, so it did really, really well. There's a really interesting story in the Fascinating Facts in the back that Karen's done, where when they recorded the video, sadly, it was one of the band's parents' funeral, and they'd already booked. They booked this beach and all the video equipment and everything to do the video, and unfortunately they couldn't all make it. So Chris Martin went on his own. It was agreed with the band. The others went to the funeral, and that's why it's quite a kind of a melancholy video of him just walking along the beach on his own in the rain, singing this song, which is kind of interesting. And apparently he wrote the song when he was at Rockfield. They recorded at Rockfield Studios in Monmouth, which is actually just down the road. It's about 30 miles from where I live here, on the Welsh border, in a place called Monmouth in Wales. And loads of bands have recorded there. And apparently they were recording the album. They took a break. He went outside and he looked up, and there were beautiful stars out in the countryside, and that's kind of gave him the motivation to write the song. And then apparently the yellow came from Yellow Pages book. I don't know if you get that where you guys are. I mean, you don't really get it here now, but that was our old directory, you know, full of plumbers and car mechanics and things like that. So yeah, just an interesting bit of history, that one. Oh, Tootsie, if you go to the Ukulele Festival of Great Britain website, just Google Ukulele Festival of Britain, and then on the menu at the top, click Caribbean Cruise, and I've put some details up there, and you can have a look at the flyer and everything as well. I'll see if I can find the flyer for the break today, but it's Sunday's cruise. Sorry, Captain Sunday's Adventures. Doing the ukulele part, and then we're going on a big celebrity cruise ship through the Caribbean, which is going to be really exciting. It's the end of February, start of March, so really, really excited about that one. No, that's fine, Karen. Yeah, that's fine. We just let that C major 7 hang, so yeah, no need to change it. That's absolutely fine. Okay, guys, let's have a look at another song then. So this next song's really interesting. This won a couple of songwriting awards, which is kind of interesting. It makes sense because it's, again, simple chords, but really interesting choices, I think. So let's have a look at what's happening in this one. This is a song called The Scientist. This one was off their second album, this one, Rush of Blood to the Head. And this one got to number 10 in the charts, if you're interested. He wrote it from a point of view of a scientist who's always away from home and is having relationship problems. But I think it was probably a kind of a comment on his relationship at the time as well. So, yeah, absolutely. Tootsie, if you could come, that'd be amazing. It's going to be loads of fun. Loads of us on a cruise ship, playing ukulele, cruising around the Southern Caribbean Sea. What could be wrong? What could go wrong? It's going to be wonderful. Okay, so let's have a look at the chords to this one. So this one's in the key of D. Okay, we don't play many songs in the key of D. So counting up from D, we've got D, E, F sharp. Remember, every key has a certain amount of sharps and flats. G, A, B, C sharp for the 7. We're not using that one, so don't sweat it. And then back to D again. So the 1, 4, 5 chords in the key of D are D, G, and A. They're like C, F, and G in the key of C, right? And if you have a look, most of the song is featuring those chords. We've got G's, D's, A's all the way through, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Celebrity Cruise. And it's I think Harris hit April 1st by accident there. It's March the 1st to March the 9th, 2025. So yeah, super exciting. And Lisa's coming with her daughter. Yay! It's going to be amazing. Okay, so those are the 3 main chords that we use throughout the song. Now, what the heck is that B minor 7 doing there at the start then? It's a really interesting one. The 6th chord is used a lot to kind of introduce a touch of melancholy without it being too sad. It's not really one of the saddest sounding minor chords in any key. The other thing that's really interesting, if we have a look at that chord, it's easy to do. A lot of people freak out when they see it because they don't know it. But literally, just take your index finger, bar the whole of that 2nd fret like so. Okay, all right. Now, notice that my thumb is on the back. I've got a little space. Can you see there? There's daylight in that circle. I come around that way, actually. You can see it better that way. Between my thumb and the back of the uke. It's not like this, where I've let that neck drop into the crease of my hand, because that allows me to put pressure on the index finger, which is really important. Notice that I'm using the middle part of my finger. I'm not going just to the tip on the G string like that, which would be the weakest part of my finger. I'm going up a little bit, so I've got a little bit more strength. And then also notice I'm getting it towards the right hand side of the fret, so I get a clean chord. If I move it back here, watch what happens. I get buzzing. If I go to the right, I get a nice clean chord. Now, another reason that B minor 7 works, which is great, is it's only 1 note away from the 1 chord. You know how in a song we would tend to open with the 1 chord, it sets the scene and it feels resolved. Well, look at B minor 7. The only difference is this B note down here. So it's kind of close enough to a D chord, the 1 chord, that it feels right at the start of the song. It's really, really interesting. Then we've got a G chord, which is the 4 chord, and that's what you'd expect in the verses. The 4 chord is used a lot to create a sense of movement and change. So bog standard G major. Now notice those 3 little slash marks next to that G chord there. That means that that one is being played for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to play a G sus2. Now we've already had a G sus4 chord tonight, where we had a G chord and we took the 3rd note in G, which is this B, and we moved it to a 4, which is C. So G, G sus4. Well, a G sus2 does a really similar thing. We take that B note, only this time we flatten it so that it becomes the 2nd chord in the key of G, which is A. So we just take our finger off. So to turn a G into a G sus2, you just need to take away that finger off the A string, adding an A rather than a B. Okay. So we play 1, 2, 3, and then lift off for the last beat. It'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, off. Then we go to D, our 1 chord. And then in the next measure, we do a similar thing to the G chord. We do a D sus2. And in this case, we just take off the finger on the E string. And that's half a measure of each. 1, 2, 1, 2. Like that. All right, so 2 beats each. I'll do a couple of those so you can kind of see how it sounds and get an idea of kind of how it all works. So I'm going to start with B minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got that? B minor 7. G. You can ignore ignore the sus2s if you want. D, half a D, and then half with your finger off, like that. Come up to meet ya, tell ya I'm sorry, don't know how lovely you are. I had to find you, tell ya I need you, tell you I set you apart, so on and so forth, like that. Really nice, really beautiful chords, aren't they? I think they sound really gorgeous. So that's the intro and the outro and all of the verses, basically, which is really, really simple, really, really nice. When we go to the chorus, now I love it when this happens, when you get that cyclical learning and it reinforces a bit of learning. What chord do we go to when we go to a new section, such as a chorus or a bridge? The most common 4 chord or the relative minor. This one goes to the 4 chord, so D, E, F sharp, G. All right, so the chorus is starting on the 4 chord, just like the last song did. So we go to G major, 1, 2, 3, 4. You could just play 2 measures of G major if you want, or if you like, you can do the sus2 at the end of the next one again. 1, 2, 3, off, then D. This is the same as the verse, look. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then don't be tricked by that ×2. It doesn't mean the whole box. It just means the top line. So we do that again. G. And D. You can add the sus2 if you want. And then to get the tension at the end, which makes us want to kind of go back and start the song again, we get the 5 chord. Remember, the 5 chord is all about creating tension. The 5 chord in the key of D, D, E, F sharp, G is A. All right, so play that as a normal A major first, 2 fingers like so. And then just take away this finger for the A7. Okay, just like that. All right, so let's just think about this strum pattern so you can have a practice of that. Let's keep it simple and do the same as the last song. Walk, 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 running, walk, 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 running. You might notice sometimes I thicken it up by adding even more up and down strums. If you think about this as straight 8s, that just means 8th note down strums. Don't overthink it, just think we go down, 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 down. If you think about it, your hand's always got to come up to do the next down. So at any point, if you want to thicken it up, just touch on the way up as well. You get twice as many strums. And I always like to refer to that as running. Walk, 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 running, 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 like that, okay? So have a little experiment. But if you go wrong, just keep doing the down strums and you'll be fine. Oh, sorry, Tootsie. Maybe next time. Maybe next time we'll get you over there. Okay, so that's the chorus. I'll do one chorus because it'll only take a second, then you can see how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nobody said it was easy. It's such a shame for us to part. Yeah. Nobody said it was easy. No one ever said it was this hard. Hey. A7. I'm going back to the... And then we start the next section. Start. Where we'll do an interlude. All right, so really, really simple there. Oh, hey, Peter, hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a fantastic new year and everything. Hopefully you've had some chance to relax after all the craziness of 2024. It was a mad one, wasn't it? Now, the interludes, we've got another new bit, but it's really easy. It's exactly the same as the verses, only we do a D at the start. All right, so really simple, just D, G, And then just like the verses where you get this D, D sus2. And then the next line is exactly the same as the verses. Really simple. Now this song's in the key of D, so if you want to play a solo along with this one, let me just bring the solo sheets on. We don't play many songs that are in the key of D because they don't tend to be that easy to play on the ukulele. I think it's a shame because it's actually quite a nice song to, quite a nice key to sing in. So because we're down the bottom part of the fretboard, we're not going to pair this up with its relative minor. So it only gives us a few notes to play with. It's really simple. We're going to go 2nd fret for D to the 4th fret, which is E. That's on the C string. Then we come back here for F sharp. That's the 2nd fret. Up to A at 5. Back here for B. And then up to a high D up here. So notice that shape. It's the same shape as we use for the G major pentatonic, and instead of starting from G, we start from D. Okay, so 2 4 2 5 2 5. And remember, with Coldplay stuff, the guitarist tends to do quite simple stuff, so you don't have to go too crazy with this. I'll see if I can play a backing track and give you an example. So I think this is The Scientist. Don't feel like you've got to go and do like a million notes, as I always say. So just have a little experiment. If you want to, you can have a little experiment with a solo on the lovely interludes. If you want to strum with me, just strum the chords where it says interlude, and you'll be absolutely fine. So let's have a go then. So this one we've got, it's really similar, isn't it? A lot of these Coldplay songs have a similar structure. Verse, 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 chorus. And then that interlude, verse, 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 chorus, and then interlude, and then the oohs are the outro where we go back to this box up here. If you're not sure, just keep hitting G, D, 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 G, D, and you'll be fine because that works for most of the song. Okay, let's give it a go. Let's give it a try. So let's have a look. We'll do that intro. Let's play the intro through twice so it gives us a bit of a chance to get into the song. I'm just going to get my lyrics up. There we go. For some reason my lyrics keep disappearing. There they are. Okay, good. So get your B minor 7 ready and let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. B minor 7. G. D. sus2 if you want. And again, B minor 7. And G. And D. And keep that going. Come up to meet ya, tell ya I'm sorry. You don't know how lovely you are. going back to the start. The interlude. Ah. Intro part one last time. Yeah, well done everyone. Great stuff, great stuff. Quite an interesting song that, isn't it? It's kind of deceptively simple. The main thing is just working out where you are in the song, right? Chorus, intro, or whatever. But I love how simple it is. Yeah, the wolf came in at the end. Ooh. Haven't had one answer me yet, but maybe it'll happen later. Okay. Right then, so we'll just take a quick break and then we'll have a look at the last two songs. We've got all Coldplay tonight. Normally, as you know, we have a People's Choice. But I thought, seeing as we're having a themed week and we're doing all songs by Coldplay, it made sense to have all four by Coldplay. So we've got a couple of other new ones coming up, which is exciting. Although the very last one we played at a Kanikapila a long, long time ago. So you might remember it. But if not, I'll go through it again anyway. So just a reminder, things coming up. New Beatles lesson by the end of the week, which I'm super excited about. That's going to be a beautiful finger-style chord melody version of Yesterday, which is going to be really sweet. And also by the end of the week, I'm going to have my next play-along. It's been a while since I did one of these. My play-alongs are basically where, excuse me, I pick a really simple 3 or 4 chord song. And this one's really lovely because it sounds really sophisticated, but actually the chords are really simple and there's only 3 chords in the whole thing. And I teach you to play it just by playing it through, having the chords on screen, strum pattern. Really simple. Lyrics come up as well. And all of my members from my website, which you can join up if you're interested in doing so, mattsteadukulele.com. You'll find 10 courses there, many of them with 30 lessons and hundreds of hours of learning. All my members get all the perks. So for my fortnightly live lessons, they also get the sheet music for free, and you get all of the music sheets for things like the play-alongs as well. So well worth checking out. And then finally, our next live lesson, we do these every fortnight, so we're going to do another fiddle tune because the last one was so much fun. I thought we'd do it again. So we're going to do Red Hair Boy, which is a great old fiddle tune, which I've arranged for ukulele, which sounds really cool. So that's going to be Wednesday 22nd of January 2025 at 3:30. And all of these live lessons, if you missed any, they're all archived on the website Learn Ukulele with Matt, mattsteadukulele.com. So if you think, oh no, you know, I might have missed out on one, there are literally hundreds of them now, so you can go back and you can watch them anytime. Some of them are 2-hour full workshops, so go and have a look at that. Lots there as well. And oh yeah, if you can click the thumbs up if you're having fun, that'll really help with the YouTube algorithm. That would be great. And if anyone's feeling super generous, and thank you to everyone that's donated to me, really appreciate it. There's a link in the description and the comments where you can send me a little tip in my virtual jar via PayPal, so it's all there. Thanks guys. And Shona's saying, as it's Coldplay week, which is pretty appropriate. Yeah, Snow Patrol week soon. Oh, that's a great idea, Shona. Yeah, definitely. That's quite appropriate as well, isn't it, at the moment? So, it being so cold and everything. So, yeah. Indrani says, she used to be a wolf, but now I'm... No! Very good, very good. Okay, let's have a look at our next song, and I'll just bring it up onto the screen. Now, I think this is a really beautiful song, this next one. We're going to have a look at Fix You next, which is, I'd say, a really gorgeous one. This is from their third album, which was called X plus Y. Sounds like a Ed Sheeran album, doesn't it? Maybe that's where he got his ideas from. And this one got to number 4 in the charts. It's a really beautiful song. He wrote this, Chris Martin, the singer and songwriter, went, thanks, guys. He wrote this when sadly his wife's father, so I guess his father-in-law, had passed away, and she was obviously very, very sad and suffering from grief. So he wrote this song because he was quite emotionally affected by it, and it is a real emotional song. The reason I tell you that isn't just because it's an interesting bit of background, but it actually affects the chords that are playing. Remember that in any key, we have these chord personalities. So no matter what key you're in, the one chord always feels resolved and strong and sets you off on a journey. 2 chord is a melancholy minor. 3 chord is your heartbreak chord, and I'm going to talk in more detail about that in a minute. 4 chord creates a sense of change. 5 chord creates tension, which makes you want to go back to 1. 6 is another melancholy minor, and then 7 is your jazzy or dark sounding diminished chord. So no matter what key you're in, C, G, F, whatever, all of those number chords has the same feeling. And that's why we use these Nashville numbers, because you can think about them as kind of chord personalities. So the 3 chord in any song, it always comes up at a sad part of the song. If you listen to a lot of Beatles songs, when they hit the 3 chord, it's normally because their partner's left them, their girlfriend, something sad's happened. It's where we get emotional resonance in a song. Interestingly, Brother Izzy's version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, he uses that lovely 3 chord as an E minor straight after the 1 chord, and it creates a real emotional tension, which is beautiful. Hi Steve, hope you're keeping well, buddy. Hope you're doing well. So I bet it's cold up there where you are. Oh my goodness. Hope you're doing well though. So that 3 chord, whenever it comes up, introduces a bit of heartbreak. So that's what we've got going on here. So this one, the measures in this one are quite quick. So almost like double the not the tempo, but double the beats of the last one. I'll show you what I mean. I'm not explaining it very well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I'm not drawing them out with loads of 8th notes, just straight 4 counted down, so they're relatively short measures. Okay. Now, a couple of tips to help you. When you go from that C, to get to the E minor quickly, you can put your first finger down at any point next to that one, and then just pivot on it to get to there. You could even play C with your second finger if you find it more comfortable, like that. But I always kind of get that one down first, because then I can pivot on it to go up to that E minor, which is really cool. Then A minor, you can either use your second. I like to use my first for this, because sometimes then I can drop down comfortably into that G chord. So a common chord combination this, a 1, 3, 6, 5. One of the most common chord combinations of all time is a 1, 2, 6, 5. It just takes that and makes it a little bit more melancholy, which is lovely. So we're going to do just really simple walk, 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 running, walk, 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 running, walk, 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 running. Because the measures are faster, even though it's the same strum pattern as the other 3 songs, it sounds different. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 okay. And I want you to keep those verses really light. Keep that strumming really light. Don't press too hard, because we want them sounding really melancholy, which is really beautiful. So if I was to do that for a verse or 2, that would sound like this. 1, 2. When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, night that you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, just like that. And we would do the same thing for the next verse, verse 2 exactly the same, and the same with verse 3 after the next chorus, so relatively straightforward. Then we go to the chorus, cyclical learning, guys. What chord is the chorus most likely to start on? Is the change chord, chord number 4. And because we're in the key of C, that's an F, C, D, E, F. So changing to a new part, we use the change chord, really common. So F in this case. Now this time you've got to count really to get this next bit right. We do 4 Fs in the first instance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we do 2 Fs, 2 Cs, and then we go to G for 8. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I did that. I didn't count quick enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Make sense? F for a measure, half a measure, half a measure, G. Couple more times. F2, 3, 4, F2, C2, G. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. Alright, so that's your choruses. Really, I think they're beautiful actually. Really simple but beautiful, which is great. Then we've got an instrumental which comes in after the second chorus. So we go verse 1, verse 2, chorus, verse 3, chorus. Then we've got this beautiful kind of interlude. And what we're going to do is we're just going to play this whole section round again and again 4 times. 2 instrumentally and then 2 with the lyrics over the top. This is the Tears Stream. And this is a bit where if you want to, I want you to really thicken up the strums with lots more up strums to give it some oomph and strum a bit harder, because this is like the crescendo of the piece, if you like, which is really nice. I haven't actually. No, I'll have to look that up, Steve. I like Jacob Collier, so I'll look that up. A version of Jacob Collier and Chris Martin. Sounds cool. Okay, so the intro, the bridge, sorry, which you can also think of the instrumental because it's the same thing. We have 2 measures of each of these chords. C, F, C, then the tension of the 5 chord G, then the same thing but we start with a melancholy minor, A minor, change chord, resolution to 1, tension of the 5 chords, and then with the lyrics, tears stream down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. Tears stream down your face and round and round. It's really lovely, isn't it? The final chorus I like to just do down strums. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. Now that one I do put a C on the end just because the U is the tonic, so it wants to resolve. All right. Now this one you could do a bit of improvising in the key of C using your C major pentatonic, or if you want to do what the guitar does, this is one of my favourite solos of all time because it's so easy. It's really cool. Basically, the guitarist goes between a C note down here and a G note way up here at the 10th fret, a high G. And I've tabbed it out down here just very roughly, but basically we go C, G, C, G, C, G, then C, B, second fret. If you're into your numbers, that's 3, 3, 10, 3, 3, 10, 3, 3, 10, 3, 2. And you might think, has he gone crazy? Is that literally all there is to it? But it is true. That's what the guitarist does. Obviously, he's got a lot of sustain on his guitar. But it sounds really cool. I'll see if I can play the backing track and do it. Here we go. Sorry. missed my key. Whoops! Only I could mess up the easiest solo in the whole world. I missed my fret, but there we go. I was getting carried away. I was just really enjoying that. Notice something really interesting here, which I'm really passionate about. Sometimes people think of solos as having to be really complex with lots of notes. But what's really, really interesting is they're the same notes, but they have a different tension depending on what chord's playing underneath. Because notice when I do the C, da, 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 it has a different feel da, 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 than when we use the A minor. Da, 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 da. It has like more emotional pull when it goes to the minor because of the melancholy created by the minor chord. So sometimes one of the most effective thing to do when you're soloing is keep the notes to the solo the same and then the chords change underneath, which is a really common thing for indie bands to do. Funny enough, like Snow Patrol and many bands like that, Oasis used to use this technique quite a lot. So yeah, just something interesting to note there. Okay, let's give it a go then. So verse, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Then we're going to do the instrumental, which is the chords to the bridge, all right? We just play them twice through instrumentally and then twice through with the words over the top. And then finally just another chorus to finish. Let's give it a go. Let's have lots of fun. Fantastic. Yay! You did better than me, Intrani. Okay, let's give it a go then. So, oh, I've got the wrong song up. That's not going to help, is it, if we do the wrong song at the wrong time? Okay, I'll do the verse through twice just as an instrumental, just to kind of get us into the song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Notice those quick changes. I'll do that again. C, E minor, A minor, and G. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh, I've done it again. I haven't got my lyrics ready. I am so sorry. There we go. Sorry, guys. Let's just do one intro now. We've done load already. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go with our first verse. When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something that you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste. and high up above or down below. When you're too in love to let it go. But if you never try, then you'll never know just what you're worth. Here's the chorus. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. Take a solo. This is the bridge. Tears stream down your face when you lose something you cannot replace. Tears stream down your face and tears stream down your face. I promise you I will learn from my mistakes. Tears stream down your face and final chorus. Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones. I will try to fix you. Yeah, well done, everyone. Isn't that a gorgeous song? I think that's absolutely lovely. Now, I didn't want to mention this at the start because I didn't want to. I thought it would be better to place it a little bit later when we've all had lots of fun and stuff. But I just wanted to dedicate that one to Clive Davies and all his family. I don't know if any of you are aware, but sadly Clive passed away after the retreat that we had this Christmas. It was the saddest thing. He was absolutely fine, went back home absolutely fine, played a concert with his ukulele group and everything seemed fine. Then his hands and arms started hurting, and it's really sad. He developed a very rare kind of bacterial infection, and he had to have his arm amputated, and he was forced into an induced coma, and was as such all over Christmas. And I learned last week that sadly Clive passed away. So Clive, I think, came to every one of our retreats that we've done. He's such a wonderful, lovely person. And I just want to send my heartfelt condolences to Clive's family and friends, or anyone that knows Clive from the retreats, or any one of the many ukulele groups that he took part in. So that song's for Clive and his family, and so is the next one. So just wanted to mention it. If anyone wants more details, I think hopefully I hear about the funeral and things soon. Just let me know. But just wanted to put that out there and send my love to anyone that's thinking of Clive and his family. Right, on to the last song then. Now this song's really unusual in terms of Coldplay songs, because it has a real groove to it. So this was a song called A Sky Full of Stars, and they recorded this one with Avicii, you know, who does kind of upbeat pop numbers with kind of, you know, really upbeat tempo and drum beat and everything. So Chris Martin wrote this song, Sky Full of Stars. Apparently he's obsessed with stars because everything's stars or shining or yellow or, you know. And anyway, so he wrote this song and he gave it to Avicii, who kind of added this really cool drum beat. Thanks guys. Added a really cool drum beat over the top and really changed the feel of it, which is really interesting. But the cool thing about it is mostly it's just the same chords over and over again. So we've got this 1, 6, 3, 5 chords coming again and again. This one's in the key of A minor. It's a minor key. So A minor is the 1 chord. It's acting as the one that's settled from the start. Thanks, Karen. And then the F chord isn't the change chord. This is the 6th chord, but still kind of acting a similar way to it would do in the key of C. Then we've got the 3 chord, which is C major chord, and finally that E minor at the end. Often in a minor key, the 5 chord is turned into a dominant 7th, but here we've got it as a minor, just like it is in the key of C, which is really lovely. Okay, this one was on their, I think it was their 6th album, was it? Yeah, 6th album, Ghost Stories. This one came out. So this one, we're going to start by doing really simple gentle down strums, just to kind of set the scene. So we hit that A minor. 'Cause you're a sky, F, you're a sky full of stars. So similar kind of tempo and feel to Fix You, even though it has a very different feel. Karen, I had no idea about that. No idea whatsoever. I thought he was still around. Oh my goodness. Gosh, my goodness, I didn't know that. So, we've got A minor. 'Cause you're a sky, F, then C. You're a sky full of stars. And just keep that going round. I'm gonna give you my heart. To E minor, you can use that trick I showed you earlier. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. And again. 'Cause you light up the path. Then when we go to the chorus, let's start adding a kind of a feel of building tension, because this is really nice, like it does in the original. So we're going to do straight 8s now, all quick, simple brush down strums with your nails like this. No worries, Pam. See you again soon, Pam. And thanks for your lovely comment. Okay, so when we hit the chorus, it starts to build, look. It's not crazy loud. Here we go. I don't care. Go on and tear me apart. I don't care. In a sky full of stars, I think I saw you. Now at this point is where the dance beat really kicks in, and you get this boop 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 boop, and it goes a bit wild here. So what we're going to do after the first chorus, even though it's not written on your sheets, that's me. That's not Karen or Esther. I think I forgot to put it in. After the first chorus, let's do an instrumental. Now don't worry, because it's the same chords anyway. Just keep doing the same chords over and over. That's all the song is, apart from the ending. It's these same chords over and over. But when we hit the instrumental, really hammer it. Get that volume up and the tempo. Hit lots of up strums in between. And which is really, really lovely. Oh, lovely, Peter. Well, that's apt, isn't it? That's beautiful. And Peter just said, Wolf Moons, very impressive. Plenty of stars, Venus and Mars. I'm going to get out after this and have a look. Thanks, Peter. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to really hammer it for those instrumentals. If you want to, you can use your A minor pentatonic to solo over this one. And remember, A minor pentatonic is a lovely one because it uses the open A string and then all the dots on the A string. So 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, even way up here to 15. Basically, any fret that has a dot on your ukulele on that A string gives you your A minor pentatonic. It's A, C, D, E, G, A. You can also pair that with your C major pentatonic, which is off 2 on the C string, C, D, off 3 on the E string, E, G, and off 3 on the A string, that's A, C. And hopefully that really illustrates, you can see there what I mean by the major pentatonic and minor being the same. Because let's have a look at the notes. We've got A, C, D, E, G. Well, the C major pentatonic's the same, just starting from C. C, D, E, G, A. All the same notes. And that's why they're interchangeable, which is great. You can swap them over and combine them, which is great. So if you wanted to, you could do a little bit of soloing over this one, something just kind of on that A string. Experiment and see what you can come up with. It's our last one, so go on, noodle away. And remember, if you make a mistake, no one can hear you unless you're with partners or pets or friends, and that's fine because they're your friends and lovers. So it doesn't matter. They've got to bear it. Okay, so really go for a solo on this one if you feel brave enough. Now, the only new thing that I wanted to show you is the outro. The chords are slightly... thanks, Karen. The chords are slightly different for the outro. So we start with the change chord. Okay, because it modulates to C, F is the change chord now. It's the 4 chord. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 1 in the key of C. So it kind of changes to the major key at the end, which is a really unusual thing to do. And it just carries on in the same fashion though. So you're still going to strum. Similarly, just different chords, but nice easy ones, right? And we sing the same way, but because the chords have changed underneath, it has a slightly different feel. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars, such a heavenly view. Okay, all right, so just be warned, right at the end, when we come right to the end of the song, just this bit down here after the second instrumental, we hit those chords. You got this. Let's give it a go. Let's put the whole thing together. As I say, I'm going to dedicate this one to Clive as well. And I want to give a massive heart thanks to all of you guys. Heartfelt thanks even for joining me tonight and making my Monday evening so special. I couldn't do it without you. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd just be strumming into the void. And I love that you'll join me and have fun and ask lots of questions and get involved in the community chat. So thank you so much for all of your support. Of course, we'll be back next week with another one. We've got some lovely songs next week. There's going to be all songs to do with the morning. I couldn't think of a theme, and then it was the morning, so I thought of morning songs. That's not morning as in sad, morning as in AM. Okay, so we've got some beautiful songs next week, including that Nick Drake one. Okay, let's give it a go. Yeah, that's typical. That's normally what it's like when the aurora comes here in Drani. It's like typical, you get all the clouds. Okay, here we go. Thank you everyone for joining me. Let's have one last fun song. Remember, we're going to start slow and then build up. So let's just do a couple of runs round the intro, just using down strums. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Keep that going again. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. 'Cause you light up the path. Straight eights. Go on, cat, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. 'Cause in a sky full of stars, I think I saw you. Instrumental, take a solo if you like. Bring it down a bit. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. I wanna die in your arms. 'Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. Now Bill goes. I don't care. Go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Ooh. 'Cause in a sky full of stars, I think I see you. I think I see you. Take a solo. Here's our outro. Start on F. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars, such a heavenly view. Such a heavenly view. One more. Such a heavenly view. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. Again, really quite an unusual song, wasn't that, for Coldplay, but really cool and different. So, and if you listen to the Avicii version, it's got all those cool drums and everything. There's a nice video to that one as well, where they're kind of walking along the street and Chris starts as a one-man band, then everyone joins in, and it's just really, really nice. So definitely well worth checking out. Cheers, Harry. Well, I hope you had loads of fun tonight and you enjoyed yourselves. It's so nice to get together with you all again and make some music. It's absolutely fantastic. At some point, I do want to kind of have a bit of a get together and maybe do some of these Kanikapilas live, which would be really, really exciting. And maybe we could beam them out as well, which would be great. So keep an eye on that. All sorts of fun stuff coming up. So yeah, keep an eye out. And don't forget, best solo ever! Thanks, Titsy. Thanks, Karen. And don't forget, just a couple of things coming up. I'll have my Nick Drake play along by the end of the week. I think you're going to love this one. It's really, really lovely. In fact, I might just play a little bit of it to you now because I could probably do that. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jenny. We've also got our Beatles courses continuing. That should be up by the end of this week. We're going to do a fingerstyle version of Yesterday, so you get the full chord melody works. And then finally, don't forget, next Wednesday, we've got our next live lesson, which is Redhead Boy, which is going to be fantastic. Thanks, guys. Oh, thank you for the kind comments as well. So really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Oh, fantastic. Thanks, guys. Indrani's off for a dinner. Tiddloo. So let me I'll see if I think I've got From the Morning here somewhere. I was playing it earlier. Let's see if I can find it. I may have. If not, it'll be available soon anyway. Oh, here it is. Have a listen to this. It's such a gorgeous... we're going to do this one at the next Kanikapila. I won't play the whole song, but it's got these really gorgeous chords in it. With this add G, this open G, and then have a listen to say 7 sus4. It's just one finger, but really gorgeous. The day once dawned, and it was beautiful. The day once dawned from the ground. She fell. The air was beautiful. The night she fell all around. So look, see the days, the endless colored waves. You love from the morning. And now we rise, and we are everywhere. Now we rise from the ground. See, she flies, and she is everywhere. See, she flies all around. lovely. Nick Drake, he wrote such beautiful songs, but with such simple chords. Just, yeah, really gorgeous. Obviously, Nick Drake does an amazing picking pattern. Yeah, Pink Moon. I got that from Sharon on vinyl for Christmas, Joe. Would you believe it or not? I already had it on CD, but I got a nice vinyl copy now. So yeah, one of my favourite records of all time. So yeah, really beautiful, and that I just found that really soothing. And you know, we've had some tough times recently, and so sad about loss of Clive. And just when you play, if anyone's ever seeking comfort, I think ukulele is an amazing place, isn't it? It really brings me comfort and joy and happiness when I need it. So hopefully it does to you too. So make some quiet time in your week this week and have a go at this play along by Nick Drake. It's absolutely beautiful, and hopefully it brings you some peace and some happiness, which is all we want, isn't it? At the end of the day. Just a quick one, sending my love out to Esther as well. She's doing a lot better, but obviously she's been through a lot, so wanted to send my love Esther's way as well. Well, take care, everyone, and we will see you next Monday for another fantastic, hopefully. That was a bit egotistical, wasn't it? I've just been fantastic because of you guys. See you for another wonderful Kanikapila. Take care, everyone. Much love. Bye.